What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Shock and Awe Q&A from the Patreon supporters themselves. Anybody who donates $2 or more gets to ask us questions once a month for one of these fantastic videos, and the questions don't even have to be toy related, so let's hurry up and get right into them.
Do you guys have absolute favorite non-American comics?
I don't, oh, well, Death Note, I guess. The manga.
Well,
that's not American.
Does Blade of the Immortal count?
Sure. It was written by a Japanese guy.
Okay.
Let's go with that. Boom! Easy!
Blade of the Immortal, hands down. Has there been any change in the customer base of comic book stores in the past decade or so? I've seen lots of talks and some action from publishers to cater to a wider audience, but I still assume 90% of the people coming in are 30 to 45-year-old guys. Well, in the past decade or so, they're now 40 to 55-year-old guys.
Good answer.
I have, in the last 10 to 15 years, actually seen an increase in female customers. That's an actual, like, there always have been female comic book readers. Like that, there's kind of a myth that they don't read. No, they've always read comics. There's just a younger teenage college year group that I've seen a bigger increase. They read the same comics that all the guys do, and I have noticed that there's a lot more relapsed readers who are now coming back, who left back. Everyone was back in the 90s, read comics, and almost 75% of them seem to have left, and they've slowly been coming back.
Back to the women reading comics. I think comics have widened in the style and genre, let's say, of what's being put out there, especially by independents, that there's more appeal to women readers as well, whereas I don't think it used to be as diverse.
Agreed.
Boom! Next!
I would also like to hear some recommendations of good, quote-unquote, good capes and tights style trade paperbacks from the last 2 or 3 years. Paraphrasing, Marvel and DC have sucked because everything is confusing and I don't know where to begin. I.e., New 52 and the all-new, all-everything, every week books. If you want to read a good Superman book, what's the Mark Water one?
Oh, Huck. Yeah.
Read Huck. If you're actually looking for Marvel and DC recommendations, most of Scott Snyder's run on Batman was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So any of the New 52 Batman run, especially the first 6 or so trades, was very good. Marvel's Thor has been really good from Jason Aaron for the last 5 years.
I think your answers are great, except for Thor. Next question. I also recommend the Plastic Man miniseries. I mentioned that before.
Mike asks, what do you guys do to unwind after a long, stressful day? Toke buddy.
I don't get to unwind after a long, stressful day. I work, and then I work, and then I work some more. Every now and then, maybe at night, I'll smoke a bowl or something like that.
He plays with a fuck ton of toys.
That too, yeah.
I read comics, and occasionally I read or watch a TV show or a non-children's program.
Yeah, I mean, I try and watch movies, but it's not like every stressful day I get time to unwind. I really like, again, I set aside specific days to do extra work for this show and for other stuff. I make it a rule, actually, to read at least one comic book before I go to bed.
Wow.
So I'm in bed and I at least read one comic, because that's just a thing I have. Is good to read. And
honestly, the best cure for my stress is just hanging out and talking to my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that just causes me more stress.
Well,
not your wife, but
yeah, sure. Who is your least favorite Transformer?
Bumblebee.
I don't know.
While you're thinking, I want to clarify the Bumblebee thing, because as you know, I'm sure you've seen, if you've watched the channel, yeah, we've reviewed Bumblebee toys of mine and everything. I really hate the G1 Bumblebee so much. He just is annoying as fuck. He's just made to be like there for Spike to hang out with. He seems...
No, that was Chip.
Chip too. So yeah, I don't like G1 Bumblebee. Movie Bumblebee is, he's annoying too, but he gets cool at some parts.
My least favorite Transformer is Michael Bay's Starscream.
Okay.
My least favorite Transformers character is pretty much anyone after G1 and before IDW.
So like about 10 years worth of Transformers.
Has there been a figure that disappointed either of you two so much it wasn't even worth reviewing? No, I'm pretty sure the figures we hated the most we actually reviewed.
Well, is he asking though it wasn't worth reviewing, but we reviewed it and then like regretted it? That's the way I read it.
I read it as, I bought this. Oh my god, this toy is so bad. Fucking.
Well, I got an answer to both.
Okay.
Figure that I was so disappointed in that we did review was the with 1/8 scale Predator, the big Predator.
The quarter scale.
Quarter scale Predator. I fucking hated that thing. I sold that thing as quickly as possible. A toy that I am very pissed about that I need to return and get my money back is I bought the Cyclonus from X-Transbots, but I got the clear, cool, pink-looking one. They fucked that thing up so bad that his head doesn't stay on. Like, they drilled all the stuff into that plastic so tight and screwed those pieces in. That pieces are, you can see cracks within it. One of his hip skirts is almost coming out. His head was all loose, and I like turned it, and it's because the fucking plastic broke. So fuck that. Do not get that toy. Because I have the regular version of it, and it's good. But the clear plastic thing, that don't work. They don't know what they're doing.
North American Sasquatch disappointed me, but we still reviewed it. Ooh. What defines a good figure for you? It has to look right.
Yeah.
It has to have articulation. And it has to have paint that matches the price point.
All of that plus I have to feel like I got my money's worth. And it has to be fun enough where I want to, successful in me picking it up more than once or twice. Like going back to it, it's a fun figure, fun toy.
Which is your favorite Thor toy?
What?
What Thor figure is your favorite?
I don't have one. Fuck Thor. I don't like Thor. Sorry.
Thor Odinson from the San Diego 2017, whatever that Thor pack. Still, second favorite would be Mego Thor. What is your favorite Shockwave figure?
I really like my original G1 fully complete working Shockwave, and I also really like the third-party Cloud9 Shockwave.
That Shockwave. Quake Blast?
Yeah, I think so. Matt asks,
when are you going to review a Mitch Trubisky action figure?
I don't know who that is.
This is for you, Matt. The Mitch Trubisky pop figure gets a 4 out of 5. It's the best pop toy ever because it has black soul size. You get 5 out of 5 if it was articulated and didn't look like a potato head. But other than that, there you go. We reviewed it right fucking now.
Who is he?
He's the quarterback for the Chicago Bears.
Oh, we're never no, fuck sports. We're never reviewing any sports toys unless he brings one.
Except for the one we
Except for the one Scottie Pippen, and unless you bring it in and really want to do it. But otherwise, no. What kind of man are you?
How would you describe your feelings on Justin Bieber?
Sorry.
A, love him. B, lust him. C, both A and B. Matt, for the record, says my answer is C.
I'll go A. I guess if those are my 3 choices.
I'm going to go B. I lust after him.
Yeah.
Because I want what he has. I want his money and influence for being a stupid YouTube personality.
Justin Bieber is a singer. He's not a YouTube personality.
He's a fucking piece of shit who sang a song and then they put it on the internet and then he got famous. And
I don't know that much about him. You know more than I do.
Favorite female superhero? What did you think of the Wonder Woman movie?
Ooh, I have so many. I love the Wonder Woman movie. Thought it was Wonder movie. Thought it was great. Actually, Wonder Woman is one of my favorite superheroes, and I also am very partial to Disco Dazzler, as well as Punk Rock Dazzler. Something about it just.
If I go by the amount of comics I own, it would be Wonder Woman.
Yeah. And you didn't like the Wonder Woman movie as much as I did. You thought it was good, but you weren't as enamored with it as a lot of people.
No, I had a giant problem with the villain being obviously the villain when he's like, and then
See, I didn't see it coming, but I didn't know who the actor was, though.
I totally saw it coming. And then when he rips off his awesome mask, and it's just like, ugh.
So that's been it for this Q&A episode. Thank you for anybody and
Who's still
everybody
watching.
who's still watching.
And we
supported
get
us.
25 views, 25.
Thanks to everyone who supported us and gave us their questions. Remember, if you'd like to support the show, you can visit patreon.com/ShockanawToyReviews and check out the tier levels, whatever may work for you if you feel like supporting. If not, everything is free on the channel. You just do get a little extra stuff on the side, kind of like when you have a mistress, I would say.
Mistresses are not free.
Depends on which kind you get. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.